Hello, it's Marika Lake here. Welcome back to my channel. I live on the west coast of Australia with my hubby Greg and our 5 children. I have William who's 15, Emily is 10, Cruz is 8, Jackson is 6, and our newest addition, baby Jay, is just 4 months old. And we homeschool our children. We have been homeschooling our children now we're coming to the end of our 5th year of homeschooling, and we absolutely love it. And we are also a foster care family. And so I thought today on my channel, I would do a foster care Q&A video for you. So previously on my channel, I have done some foster care videos, and so I will pop the links to those videos in the description box down below if you wanted to check those out. But they were a few years ago, and 4 months ago, we recently brought in our youngest sweet little baby through foster care. And when he came to join our family, of course, we had lots of people ask us questions all about fostering. Some people didn't even realize I was actually a foster mum, and that my children, some of them did come to join our family through foster care. So lots of people had lots of really great, interesting questions. And so I thought I would do a video for you. And on my Instagram account, probably a few months ago now, I popped up a question box saying, hey, if I was to do a video, give me your questions. And lots of people did send through questions. And I also just gathered the questions that people had been asking me through, lots of people private messaged me. And so I just thought I would do just a sit down chatty video and share with you all about our foster care journey. So this first video I will do mainly about our journey into foster care, and then the second video which I will do, I will answer kind of all of those general questions about foster care and things like that. I hope that makes sense, because if I did it all in one video, I think it would just be too long. So in this video, I'm just going to talk about our personal journey into foster care and answer the questions around that. Okay, so let me just share with you the makeup of our little family. I'm married to Greg, and we've been married for 23 years this year, and we have 5 children. 2 of those children are our biological children, so William and Emily are our biological children, and then the 3 boys, they are a sibling group, so they are all half brothers, and they came to join our family through the foster care system. So I have Cruz, I have Jackson, and then baby Jay. Now, Cruz and Jackson are no longer considered foster care children. We have what's called a special guardianship order on those 2 boys, and so we are their complete guardians. And so that's why I can share with you their name, show you them on video and in photos and things like that, because they are my children. But my last sweet little baby, baby Jay, he is still under foster care, and so I can't tell you his name. I can't show you a picture of him or put him in any of my videos because he still is considered to be under foster care. So that's just a little kind of look at the makeup of our family. So the number one question I have here is, how long have you been fostering? We have actually been fostering now for 7 years. So Cruz came into our family 7 years ago. So that's how long we have been a foster care family. Now we are what's called a long-term foster care family. So I don't take short-term children into my home, and that has been right from the beginning. So there's lots of different ways that you can do foster care. You can be a respite carer, short-term foster carer, or a long-term foster carer. We are actually long-term foster carers, and so when Cruz came into our home, they picked us to be his parents, which I'm so thankful for, because he needed long-term care. He wasn't going to be reunited with his family, and he needed somebody to put their hand up and say that they would take them for life, which is me. And so we haven't done foster care where children come in for emergency care or a short amount of time and then go again. We're just a long-term family, and just one sibling group. And so all of my boys are related, and so that's why they live with us. I hope that makes sense. The next question I have was your hubby on board with doing fostering or foster care? And I have to say, yes, he was actually on board before I was. And so my husband has always wanted to have children and then to adopt children. So as I said, we have been married for 23 years, and this is a conversation that we, had right at the very beginning of our marriage, that this is what he wanted to do, that he envisioned having his own children, and then he wanted to do adoption. Now, adoption here in Australia is a very difficult thing to do. There's hardly any Australian adoptions. Usually you have to adopt out of country. It's a lot of money and a lot of time. And so we decided, you know what, we're not going to do that. There's plenty of children who are in the foster care system that need loving families to take care of them. So let's do foster care instead. And so we decided that we've been fostering for 7 years. It only took us 9 months to go through the process. So, 7 or 8 years ago, we decided, yes, now's the time. We've had 2 children. We'd love to add to our family, but let's do foster care and add to our family that way by bringing children into our family who need a family. And so, yes, my hubby was on board. He was actually on board before I was. I was the one that really needed to think about it and prepare my heart for taking care of foster care children. And so, yeah. Next question I had is this the first time you have fostered? And I think I've already answered that, but I'll just quickly answer it again. No, this is the 3rd time we have fostered because this is my 3rd foster child. So as I said, Cruz came and joined our family 7 years ago because he needed a forever family. And then when his little brother Jackson was born, then he came and joined our family, and then again when baby Jay was born, he came and joined our family as well. I love how the foster care system try and keep sibling groups together. And so when we took Cruz in, we said, they said to us, will you take any more children? And we said no, we wouldn't take any more children unless they were siblings. So we were open to having more of Cruz's brothers or sisters come and join our family if they needed to. And so we just held off for that. And then, of course, more children came along. And so we are no to any other children joining our family. We want to keep this sibling group together. And I feel it's such an honour to be able to keep this little family together. And they do have other family around, other brothers and sisters and grandparents and things like that. And we're able to keep connected with them. And I think that is so precious. So I love that we can keep this little sibling group together. The next question I had here is, what led you to foster care? As I said, my husband was the one who was always interested in taking care of the orphan. And it was really me that kind of had to work on my heart to be able to do that, because obviously when you take in other people's children, it's complicated. It's not as easy as having your own children. There's other families involved, there's trauma involved, there's loss, there's grief involved. And so me being the primary carer, I had to make sure that I was ready emotionally to step up and be able to take on that role. And I was living in California probably 9 years ago, and I was at a church there, and they were starting a ministry at their church about revolutionizing the foster care system in their county. They had a real heart for taking care of the orphan and wanted to get involved in helping the foster care system and raising up Christian foster carers to, just to revolutionize the system, because the system was failing. It was full of children who don't have homes, and they would just had this real passion for orphans and a real passion for taking care of them. And I remember going along and listening to what they were talking about and listening to different ways people could help. And my heart was just captured for taking care of the orphan. And I thought to myself, you know what, I could do that. I might not be staying here in California to help these guys, but I can definitely do something in my part of the world. And so when we returned home from living in the States, we came back to Australia, we said to each other, right, let's do this. Let's sign up to become foster carers. And so, I guess my heart was just really captured for the orphan and taking care of those little ones that didn't have anybody to take care of. And that's what I do. I'm a mum at that stage. My children were really little. I wasn't homeschooling and I wasn't teaching. I was just in in the home looking after my children, and I'm like, this is what I'm born to do. I love doing this. I can do this for more children. And so yeah, that's what kind of led me to change my heart, and yeah, open up our home and open up our family for children who needed a family. The last question that I have here, and I get this question a lot, is what agency are we with? And we are not actually with an agency. We are just directly through the government department. So we live in Western Australia, and I do know different states call their departments different names. And I think our department just had a name change. I used to always call it DCP. It was Department of Children's Services, but I think it's not even called that now. I think it's Family and Children's Services or something like that. But I do know there are foster care agencies out there, but we are actually not with an agency. We just decided not to do that we would just go straight through the government. And we honestly haven't had any troubles with the government. Department, they've been great. Everyone's story is very different because you're dealing with individual people within a department. But it only took us 9 months to get registered. Now, again, this was 8 years ago, so it might look different now. And if you're in a different state to me, it might look different. Remember, when I talk about foster care, this is just my experience with fostering. And so you might talk to other foster carers and they might have experienced something different. So I'm not the know everything and have all the answers and all the right information. I'm just sharing with you my experience as a foster carer. But yes, we are just through the government department. I registered to become a foster carer, as I said, probably 8 years ago. At that time, it only took me 9 months to get fully registered and then have a child join our family. When you get registered through the government, somebody comes to your house several times. They obviously check your house first to make sure that it is safe for children. If you've got a swimming pool, is it gated? If you've got animals, are they suitable to be around children? Are your medicines locked away? Are your poisons in your home out of reach? All that kind of stuff. And then they come back and do, I think we had 3 visits of somebody coming back and just asking us lots of questions, and we had lots of paperwork to fill out. We needed to provide references. They did the police checks, offering up our identity, and then they run police checks and things like that. And I think that was about it. And then it goes before a panel, and then they say yes or no. And then we were approved. And then when Cruz came from the very first meeting we went to say, yes, we want to be foster carers, to Cruz walking in our door was only 9 months. So I feel that was really quick. So yes, we are through the government, and we have had no problem in being with the government. Each caseworker that we have had has been very lovely, very interested in helping the children that they're assigned to, and they have worked really well with us. Now, I know that's not always the case, and sometimes it can be frustrating working with some people, but in my experience, we've been very lucky and we've had wonderful caseworkers. And so, yeah, we're quite happy with the government service that we went through. So that's just a little bit of our story of how we became foster carers. I will do another video coming up soon. I will do answering some more questions about foster care. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can leave a comment in the comments box down below, or if you follow me over on Instagram, my handle is in the description box down below. You can private message me over there and we can have a one-on-one conversation. I love to be able to answer anyone's questions if I can. So make sure you ask any questions at all about foster care. I'd love to help you out. Thank you so much for watching my video today, and I will see you next time. Bye.